Hello and welcome to this new video on my channel. Hope you are enjoying all my videos on the channel. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for the new video. This video is about a new feature release on Microsoft Power BI. So let's have a deeper look at that. Hello and welcome to another video on Power BI, and in today's video we are going to discuss the newly released feature on the date picker in June 2026 update. So I am here on Power BI June 2026 feature release summary, and if I scroll down I'll see there are many features which has been released here, and there are quite a few features which has made it to GA. But one of the important feature and one which you are looking forward for long is date picker for the slicer. Let's click on that to have a deeper look at it. And now let's go into the details of this feature. The new date picker options for the slicer eliminates the recurring task of manually updating date slicers each reporting period. With the relative section then published, and it automatically rolls forward as your data refreshes. Your report viewers are not logged into this selection. They are free to choose their own relative or manual options, selecting a range or a single date from the calendar or the slider. To try it, enable the preview options, preview features, and then add a date column to the slicer and select the date picker option. What it means for us is save time on report maintenance, no more revisiting report every month, quarter or year to update the date selection. Give a report viewer full flexibility. Publish with relative date default, and your report viewers can easily switch to any manual range on a single date using the single calendar or slider without needing a separate slicer. Keep selection data aware, relative option, anchor to today, the first date, the last date, or actual data so that your selection stay meaningful as the data ranges. Reduce confusion. The compact visual clearly display the current date range and selection summary with the indication when the selection fall outside the available data. This is screenshot which has been given how to use this. But what we are going to do is we are going to jump on the Power BI desktop to try this out. I'm here on the Power BI desktop where I already played around with this, and this is done with the new data which I'm going to share with you very soon. And this data is available on biworld.in website which I have, where I'm sharing all the data, content which I have freely available for you. First of all, let's look into the setting. Click on File, Options and Setting, Options, and here you will get a pop-up, and inside that pop-up we'll go to Preview Features. And inside the preview feature, I already enabled the last feature, the date picker slicer to relative and manual date ranges. If you have not selected it and selecting it for first time, go ahead and click on OK. You might need to restart your Power BI desktop if required. As I've already done that, I'm just going to click on the cancel. Now how do we add it? I already created a page here with some visuals. Let me delete the existing one. And as you can see, now you are able to see the complete data. You can include some space between the visuals to see the data pretty well. Now this is the new data. You might not have seen it before. So the numbers are a little different than what I used to show in the past. Also, this data is much richer than compared to the last data. I'm going to click on the empty space, and from the build a visual, I'm going to click on slicer to add a slicer, and let me resize it a little bit. And then from my date table, I'm going to drag a date here. By default, it gives me between date. I can go to the slicer setting, and from there I can choose date picker. Now once you choose the date picker, it is little different than your visuals. I'm going to take a little more space so you can see date, no filter applied, and a slider which helps you in selecting the date. As you move it, you will be able to see different set of dates selected here. Let me create a little more space for this, and I'll tell you how can you put it into little lesser space. Right now we'll give it little more space, and this reason for this more space is because I have increased the font for the video, but you can use little smaller font. So as you can see, the moment you change, it gets the date ranges getting changed. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you by clicking on the date range option here, this icon, and from here you can see what is the date range, where you can choose a manual date range. Like I can click on the first and from there 31st. So this is basically 1 month of data, and then I can click on apply. I got January 2026. I can click back. I can click on one date, let's say January, and go on February and then click on 28th. I got 2 months of data. In this manner you can do. It is also possible to select a single date. If you click on the date again, it will be able to select one single date. That is also possible in this slicer. And once you come back, you can use the slider to change it further. So in this manner you can change your dates. If you want to clear it, you can clear the selection. Come back to the most important, relative date. What are the options? Date is in last month, this month, next month. So let's say this month. This month there is no -1 -2 required this month, and last date is today, offset by how many months? 0 months. So it should be current month. So both offset and last are something where you can play around. So let's by offset by 0 months, and you can see I am getting July 2026, and you can see the date range is also getting displayed, and this month is also getting displayed. You can click here and use offset as -1. I'm not using last month, I'm just using offset -1, and now you can see June because you are offset by -1 month. I can achieve the same thing again by using a little different option, offset 0, and using last 1 month. So I got last 1 month, and this is rolling June 20th to July 19th. So I got a rolling month. Then what I have to do is I have to go to month and use calendar month, and if I use calendar month, it will move to June. So simply using last month is a rolling month. So now I can use calendar month, and I can use last 2 calendar months to get to 2 calendar months, last 2 calendar months. And these settings can be saved, and when we publish, the end user will also be able to play around with this. Now there are few play arounds before I publish and share it with you. You can add a title. Now it's already big, I don't think you would like to add a title, but you can remove the slicer header. But the only problem, if you remove the slicer header, you will not get this clear selection. If I remove it, then I don't have any clear selection. I have to keep this, but I can play around. I can remove this slider. If I want lesser space, I can remove the slider, and also I can go to the text and I can remove the summary. Then it will remove this last 2 months. In this manner I can reduce the amount of text which it has, and then I can still work with. But depending on the need and the space, you can do it. Now let's see what end user can do it. And because I want end user to also play around with my slider, so I'm going to add it again. Slider is here. Let me put it at the left side, adjust it a little bit, and if required I can go and change the size. If you see, the date range size is pretty big right now, I can make it 12. This seems a little better, isn't it? Also the slicer header is also really big, so I can make. Ideally we should not change, we should again use the theme, but just for the learning purpose I'm telling you all these options. I've saved my file, and then I'm going to home ribbon, publish, and let me publish it to one of my workspace. Publishing my file. The thing which we wanted to see is the end user able to change it or not. Let's open the file on the Power BI service by clicking on the link. I am here on the Power BI service, and right now I am on the viewer mode, and as you can see I can clear the slicer selection. I can see my date range option here, either relative. I can use relative 1 month, or I can use this month, from today, offset, apply, and the dates can change. I can erase it to see the complete data. I can go and select the manual date range. to have the data for a custom date range. You go back, you can click here on the year and everything. So say I want 2025 Jan, and then I want to go December. Apply. So see, I'm able to select 1 year. In this manner, you can quickly select 1 year of data. Now, definitely there is some more space is required for this one. So you need to be little more careful. This visual require little more space than usual slicer visual. So based on that adjustment you can do, but a lot of information is available and really flexible visual what we got. And I think this is something we were looking forward for a long time. So why don't you go ahead and try this out, and do let me know what else you want me to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you.
Keep watching, keep asking questions in comment, press the bell icon so that you can get notification of my new videos. Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you.